Welcome back, dear listeners, to Days of Our Dice. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had emerged victorious from a harrowing battle against the forces of darkness in the ancient cemetery of Drakestide Cove. But their triumph was short-lived, as the true nature of Krothar's mysterious new weapon, Gravesunder, was revealed. The sword, it seems, harbours a dark and hungry soul, one that feeds upon the essence of those it strikes down. Amidst this troubling discovery, the enigmatic Cordelia Blackthorne's role in the unfolding drama grows ever more complex. Is she a true ally, or does she pursue her own hidden agenda? And what of the hooded figure who watched from the shadows, vanishing as quickly as they appeared? As the night's chill settles upon the city, our heroes find themselves at a crossroads, their path forward shrouded in uncertainty. They have won the battle, but the war for Drakestide Cove's fate is far from over. Join us now as we plunge once more into the heart of the mystery, where ancient powers stir and the line between friend and foe grows ever more blurred. In the aftermath of battle, Cordelia approaches Krothar with ethereal grace, her eyes fixed first on Gravesunder, then rising to meet the barbarian's gaze. The air between them grows thick with unspoken tension.
I see that what I saw in you was real. You wield the sword as much as the sword wields you. You are a true champion. Perhaps the champion Drakestide Cove needs to cure, to heal the corruption that has infected it.
I am not sure what just happened, and I am dubious. But I will do what I can to fulfill my mission, given to me by the company, and get to the bottom of the darkness in this city.
Several paces away, Valyria watches this exchange with growing concern, her fingers unconsciously tracing magical symbols in the air. Her eyes narrow as she observes the vampire's influence over her friend, but she remains silent, torn between intervention and discretion. Meanwhile, the rest of the party clusters around Thalia's weakened form, their worried voices carrying across the battlefield as they tend to their injured companion. Their distraction provides an intimate moment for Cordelia's quiet manipulation to take root.
First the sword, now this. What game are you playing, Cordelia?
As Cordelia and Crothar's exchange fades into the background, attention shifts to Thalia, who lies weakened but conscious among her rescuers. Her voice, though fragile, carries the weight of dark revelations.
The company tower. We were separated, overrun. The hooded ones. They knew exactly where to look. A hidden room that couldn't be seen. These scrolls, the same ones they used tonight. They planned to use me as a vessel for that thing. That bone claw.
Her eyes find Malveth, gratitude shining through her exhaustion.
Your spell, you saved my life. All of you.
Her gaze settles on Rook, recognition flickering across her features.
Evander Pennington. It's you? You came back. Holdor and I, we fought our way out that night. The Order of the Eclipsed Hand attacked the tower. They came in from below, and we were quickly overwhelmed. We made it out into the streets, but they found us. The circle of the Whispering Shadow, they were waiting. It seemed to Holdor and I would agree that they were working together a week ago. In the darkness beneath the city, I heard his voice. I was blindfolded. But I knew. They were arguing in another room in that dungeon, the one who betrayed us. Someone who knew our secrets.
Who, Thalia? Whose voice did you hear?
One of our own. That no-good gnome, Orlin. Orlin Fellbraid. Someone who could see the unseen. Someone who knew where Jack kept the company's most guarded secrets.
Inside the mausoleum, shadows dance across ancient stone as the party searches thoroughly for the scrolls that cost Thalia so dearly. But their efforts yield nothing but dust and disappointment.
They've cleared everything out. We need to get back to Jack.
The group emerges into the night air, instinctively falling into a defensive formation born of years of combat experience. Kithri takes point, her veteran eyes scanning the shadowed streets ahead, while Valyria and Malveth flank the group like protective wings. At the formation's heart, Kaelin supports the weakened Thalia, whose recent ordeal has left her barely able to walk. Behind them all, an unlikely pair brings up the rear. Cordelia Blackthorne, the vampire noble whose very name commands respect in Drakestide Cove, walks alongside the towering form of Krothar Cloudwatcher.
The streets aren't safe, even for one of my standing. Stay alert.
Aye, the shadows have teeth tonight.
Illumin Revelis. No magical signatures nearby. We're clear for now.
The party moves like a well-oiled machine through the streets of Drakestide Cove, each step taking them closer to the company tower and the reckoning that surely awaits within its walls. The party, battered but victorious, trudges back to the company tower. Kaelin, his shoulder supporting a wounded Thalia Duskwhisper, leads the way. Malveth follows closely behind, joined by Lyra, who helps guide them to the tower's infirmary. Inside the headquarters, Gnarly watches as Kithri and Evander Pennington flank Jack Moonstrider, their expressions grave. They motion for Jack to look outside, where Krothar Cloudwatcher and Cordelia Blackthorne stand in the moonlight. Valyria, Little Horn Gloomfire, steps into the doorframe, her eyes joining Gnarly's as they dart between the tense exchange inside and the intriguing scene unfolding outside.
What do you think they're talking about out there?
I don't know, but something feels off. Krothar's been acting strange ever since he got that sword.
What happened out there? What happened at the old cemetery?
It's a long story, Jack. We need to talk privately.
Aye, and we'd best do it quickly. There's trouble brewing, and I fear it's just the beginning. I'm going to stay the night and head out in the morning to the Raven Queen's shrine here in the city. I have some leads to follow up on, and I would like to meet with the High Priestess.
You're always welcome here at the tower, and your old room is as you left it. I couldn't bear to give it to anyone else after you left and after what I heard became of you.
Thanks, old friend. I appreciate it, and the sentiment. I am going to clean up and take my leave for the evening. Even a revenant such as I needs some rest from time to time.
The party watches as Evander makes his way up the main stairwell to his old room, before Gnarly turns to Valyria and Jack, then back outside towards Krothar and Cordelia.
The sword. There's something about it that feels wrong.
Cordelia's gift may prove costly.
The Blackthorns never give anything without purpose. Watch him closely.
As the party regroups inside the tower, an air of unease settles over them. The stolen scrolls, the traitor within their ranks, and now Krothar's mysterious new weapon brings concern to the rest of the group after Little Horn tells them how she saw it absorb energy from the dying cultist that Krothar slayed. All these things are pieces of a puzzle that threatens to unravel the very fabric of their world. And now let's pause for a brief moment. The dice are in motion, but before they land, let's take a quick detour to talk about how you can help keep the adventure alive.
Even the bravest adventurers need to rest. But while our heroes catch their breath, you can help keep their journey alive. Step beyond the story and join the adventure at daysofourdice.com, your portal to all things Days of Our Dice. Explore our treasure trove of exclusive merch, support the show on Ko-Fi or Patreon, and help forge the next chapter of this epic saga. Your support keeps the dice rolling, the fireballs flying, and the legends growing. So whether you grab a shirt, sip a Fireball blend coffee, or simply spread the word, know that you're part of the story. Now, let's get back to the adventure.
Outside, Cordelia places a delicate hand on Krothar's arm, her eyes gleaming with an unreadable emotion. Though Cordelia's slight frame and pale beauty might suggest vulnerability, the air around her crackles with ancient power. As the unofficial ruler of Drakestide Cove, her very presence seems to bend the shadows themselves.
You have no idea the power you wield, Krothar. Together we could change the course of history. We could save this city before those that would destroy it for their own wicked gains.
I'm not sure, Cordelia. This sword, it's not natural.
That sword, Gravesunder, was once held by the champion of Drakestide Cove, back when this city bore another name. It whispered to me, a few nights past, that one who would wield it was making their way to this continent.
Whispered to you?
I have my ways, Krothar. My network of spies, my little kitties, as I call them, span the city and beyond. They brought word of a powerful half-giant who bore a striking resemblance to the late Dragon Knight.
Cordelia steps closer to Krothar, her delicate hand resting gently on his arm. Her voice takes on a more personal tone, a rare vulnerability seeping through her usually guarded exterior.
Krothar, Drakestide Cove has been without a true champion for far too long, and I have been without a trusted companion for even longer. I've sought aid from Jack and the company, even petitioned the Order of the Aurelian Scales, but to no avail.
This sword, Gravesunder, it's immensely powerful. I could swear I heard it speak to me. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned about its true nature.
Krothar's gaze meets Cordelia's, a moment of understanding passing between them. He nods, his expression softening.
Your assistance tonight was invaluable, Cordelia. I believe it will go a long way in gaining Jack's trust and securing the company's cooperation.
You have my gratitude, Krothar. Regardless of the company's stance, my offer of aid to you and your party stands firm. I've also tasked my people with launching a thorough investigation into the attack on Gloomfire Keep all those years ago.
The vampire and the half-giant's words hang heavy in the air, a palpable tension between the unlikely pair. Inside, the party members exchange glances, each lost in their own thoughts, as they try to make sense of the growing darkness that threatens to consume them all. Inside the company tower's infirmary, Thalia Duskwhisper lies on a bed, her wounds being tended to by Malveth, Lyra, and Jack Moonstrider.
How is she doing, Malveth? Will she be all right?
She's stable, but it will take time for her to fully recover. The necromancers did a number on her.
We need to find out what they were after, and fast. If they're bold enough to attack our people in the open like this, then we are in open war.
Jack's words trail off as Kithri enters the room, her focus immediately drawn to Kaelin, who sits on the bed next to Nali's. She begins to examine his injuries, her skilled hands working to clean and bandage the wounds.
You fought bravely out there. I'm glad you're safe.
Thanks, Kithri. I couldn't let them take Thalia. Or Malveth.
Outside the company tower, Krothar bids Cordelia goodnight. From the shadows, two of her attendants emerge, dressed in black butler suits, their heads covered by the hoods of their dark cloaks.
Until next time, Lady Blackthorne, and thank you again for your aid.
The pleasure was mine, Krothar. Remember, if you or your companions ever need assistance, you know where to find me.
As Cordelia turns to leave, her attendants fall into step beside her. In the blink of an eye, the trio vanishes into the shadows, their movements so swift and silent that even Krothar, a seasoned warrior who has faced countless beasts and fiends on the battlefield, feels a chill run down his spine.
Such speed, such power. If we ever find ourselves on the wrong side of Lady Blackthorne, we'll have a formidable foe indeed.
With a final glance at the spot where Cordelia and her attendants disappeared, Krothar turns and makes his way back into the company tower, his mind heavy with the events of the night and the challenges that lie ahead. As the others tend to their wounds and the wounded in the infirmary, Valyria Gloomfire waits alone for Krothar Cloudwatcher. Her keen eyes, filled with a mix of concern and suspicion, follow her beloved caretaker as he bids farewell to Cordelia Blackthorne.
I've always known Krothar to be a cautious man, but tonight, something feels different. Is he truly charmed by Cordelia's beauty and charisma? Or is there more at play here?
Little Horn, you didn't have to wait up for me.
I wanted to make sure you were all right. It's been a long night, and with everything that's happened.
I know you're worried about me, about all of us. But I promise you, I'm not under anyone's spell. Cordelia, she's a powerful ally. But I haven't forgotten who she is, or what she's capable of.
But can we trust her, Krothar? After everything we've seen tonight, the necromancers, the betrayal within our own ranks.
Krothar gives Valyria a hug. For so long he has been like a big brother, perhaps something of a father to the ornery tiefling.
We have to be cautious, Little Horn. But right now, we need all the help we can get. I won't let my guard down, not for a moment. I promise you that.
As Krothar holds Valyria close, The weight of the night's events hangs heavy in the air. The attack on the company, the stolen scrolls, and now this mysterious alliance with Cordelia Blackthorne, all pieces of a puzzle that threatens to unravel everything they hold dear.
We'll figure this out together, Krothar. We always do.
That we will, Little Horn. That we will.
With a final reassuring squeeze of Valyria's shoulder, Krothar turns and makes his way deeper into the tower, his mind already racing with plans and possibilities. Valyria watches him go, her own thoughts a swirling mix of hope and trepidation. Whatever the future holds, she knows one thing for certain. She will stand by Krothar's side no matter the cost. The day had been long, and the night even longer. As the rest of the party settled into their newly appointed quarters within the company tower, Krothar Cloudwatcher sought solace in a private bath, his aching muscles yearning for respite. The magical construct servants, recently reinvigorated by Jack Moonstrider, moved about the tower with purpose, their forms composed of glowing sigils and symbols. One such construct, wearing a tunic emblazoned with the crest of the Order of the Aurelian Scales, attended to Krothar's needs, pouring the steaming water and laying out fresh towels.
I'm not one for luxury or indulgence. But tonight, I need this.
As Krothar sank into the soothing embrace of the bath, his thoughts drifted to the events of the past few days. The green bumblebee shapeshifter that had nearly claimed Nali's life, the mysterious disappearances of the Drakestide Cove chapter members, and the harrowing battle to rescue Thalia from the clutches of the necromancers.
The betrayer within our ranks. And what do they hope to gain by aligning with the Order of the Eclipsed Hand?
Thalia's words echoed in his mind. The tower under attack, the desperate escape, and the subsequent capture on the streets outside. The necromancer's dark ritual, aimed at possessing Thalia's body with a malevolent spirit, sent a chill down Krothar's spine.
And the sharp-dressed man, with his warlock crime syndicate. It's as if the very city itself is conspiring against us.
A flicker of doubt crept into Krothar's thoughts. Had Vaylin Dareth known the true extent of the challenges they would face in Drakestide Cove? Was this mission a lost cause from the very beginning? As the construct took its leave, Krothar stepped from the bath, his mind still churning with unanswered questions. He dried himself and donned the light sleepwear laid out on the bed, his gaze drawn to the 3 weapons leaning against the far wall.
The hammer I arrived with, the great hammer from Jack, and now, Gravesunder, a gift from Lady Blackthorne herself.
The weight of responsibility settled on Krothar's shoulders as he contemplated the path that lay ahead. With powerful enemies at every turn, and the fate of the Drakestide Cove chapter hanging in the balance. As Krothar drifted into a restless slumber, the darkness of his room seemed to thicken, a palpable presence settling over the space. A sinister, rasping voice cut through the silence, jolting him from his dreams.
What a day indeed, brave champion. And yet, we have had a most glorious evening. You are a worthy bearer of my magnificence. Cordelia Blackthorne was most astute in her assessment of your prowess and character. But she is nearly as ancient as I, so I expect nothing less.
Gravesunder, is that you?
Yes, champion. It is I, Gravesunder, the Sword of Dragons, the Devourer of Souls.
As Krothar stared at the sword, fragments of a vivid dream flooded his mind. He saw ancient battlefields, where Gravesunder had been wielded by great and terrible beings. A black dragon, consumed by madness. A red dragon, lost to an insatiable bloodlust. And then a man, a giant of a warrior who bore an uncanny resemblance to Krothar in his youth.
The Dragon Knights.
Yes, the Dragon Knights. Powerful beings, ancient as the dragons themselves, and your predecessor, the last honorable bearer of my magnificence, a warrior unmatched even among the great worms of the era.
In Krothar's mind's eye, he saw the Dragon Knights clad in black armor, shielded from the sun's deadly rays. The giant warrior, so like himself, stood beside a waifish, ethereally beautiful woman with white hair and pale skin. They moved through the chaos of the War of Scales and Steel, a force to be reckoned with.
What do you want from me, Gravesunder?
I want what I have always wanted, champion. To feast on the souls of the fallen, to grow stronger with each passing battle. And you, Krothar Cloudwater, shall be my instrument in this glorious purpose.
The sword's words hung heavy in the air. A promise and a threat rolled into one. Krothar felt a chill run down his spine, a sense of unease settling deep in his bones.
I am no one's instrument, Sword. I fight for my own reasons, for the people I care about.
Oh, but you are already mine, champion. From the moment you first grasped my hilt, your fate was sealed. Together we shall carve a path of legend through this world, and all shall tremble at the mention of our names.
As the sword's laughter faded into the darkness, Krothar was left with a growing sense of dread. He knew that Gravesunder was no ordinary weapon, but the true depths of its hunger and ambition were only now beginning to reveal themselves.
What have I gotten myself into?
As the spectre of betrayal looms over our heroes and the sinister whispers of Gravesunder echo in Krothar's mind, the very fabric of reality seems to twist and strain under the weight of dark forces gathering in the shadows of Drakestide Cove. What new horrors await the brave companions in the depths of the city's underbelly? Remember, dear listeners, in this realm of shadows and secrets, nothing is ever as it seems. Brave adventurers, your journey through the realms of Valyria has only just begun. The echoes of battle may fade, but the call to adventure rings eternal. Will you answer that call? Will you delve deeper into the mysteries that await, unravel the secrets of the Draketide coast, and face the darkness that threatens to consume all? The choice is yours, hero. Don't miss a single moment of this epic saga. Like this video to fuel the fires of adventure, and subscribe to our channel to ensure your place among the legends of Valyria. Hit that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. Until next time, may your critical hits be many and your fumbles few.